Welcome, everyone, to Discovering Your Inner Light, Episode 5, with the handler and guest speaker, Michael Massey. Michael, so great to have you here on the show today.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And you're so welcome. And I mean, right off the bat, see how cordial we were to each other? One of the things I'm trying to do out there is to lead by example. And what I've learned is in society, people have learned over time how they are actually, how they act and how they talk. Back in the older time, we had Shakespearean. That Shakespearean is long gone, But now I'm just looking at, what are your behaviors? Now, if we have the power to influence behaviors, we know society does a great job of turning people into zombies. I don't know what you want to call them, but people that don't think, right? And, we hope to start you to think. So it is up to us, individuals like Michael and myself, to enlighten and brighten your days. So you start actually hearing us, and then once you see us, once you can see, the light beyond the forest, you're like, oh, wow. These guys are cool, and they care, and then they actually going to make society into something so much better by molding it. But when you mold something, you got to get your hands dirty. Are you ready to get your hands dirty?
I very hope so.
All right. So Michael here.
Don't go too hard on me. First timer.
Michael is going to tell us all about what brought him to God.
Well, I've always had a very good connection with God. Me personally, I live my life like God is always watching. I'm not perfect by any means. My first company was GFM Improvements, God, Family, Money, in that order. I feel like God is always watching over me. I don't do a lot of praying, and I don't go to church much. It seems like since I got into politics, especially the churches that I've been to, you get shunned when you say you're a Republican, and it irritates me. So me and my wife, we just listen to the Bible often at home. I believe that can't nobody help me get to God. I got the Bible just like you got the Bible, just like the preacher is preaching the Bible. I'll read it myself, and I've been through a lot in my life. I feel like God is always protecting me. When I was young, 19, as soon as I got out of high school, I got shot in the head, and I knew I wasn't gonna die. I was numb for a second, then life just snapped right back into me. Went to the hospital. I'm not gonna say I prayed to God, but I thanked him, and I feel like we have a very good connection. I'm not very biased about religion. I believe everybody believes in the same God, no matter what book you research. My dad's a Muslim. Some people tease me and say that I'm half Muslim on my father's side, and I'm not. All I do is there's one God, and I believe that everybody should respect him and respect everybody else's religion. I'm not really biased when it comes to religion, as long as you believe in one God.
And that's amazing, because to hear that story, obviously you were shot in the head and came back. I have many stories I call it walking in God's grace. When you walk in God's grace and he's got you, it's like anything can happen to you, and you will walk right through it like it never happened. And you stand here today strong as ever. I met you on the corner, just recently out there in Hamden, out there campaigning. And I know so many people that just can't even understand the idea of getting involved to a level that will help make change. They're like, oh, I know there's a problem, but you know, I'm just
Been a
going to
struggle.
ride it out. Let's see what happens. I'm like, well, how do you think that's going to work?
Yeah, listen, it's been a struggle. It's one of the hardest things that I've done in my life, and that's saying a lot. But I feel like this is my calling. Like when I was younger, I wanted to be mayor of New Haven.
Really?
I swear.
You got my vote because the current one, you know,